Hey, what's up guys, and today I wanted to talk about the new OCG Banlist that just got revealed. I know it's OCG and not TCG, but I think it'd be cool to have a discussion about it, especially because I follow the OCG like a lot, very, very closely. It also maybe has implications for the next TCG Banlist, who knows. I think generally it actually does. But yeah, looking at the bans, they banned Obedience School and Ouroboros. Obedience, and so in the OCG format, Yummy and Vanquish K9 were like the top two most played decks, kind of similar to how it was in the TCG. Instead of limiting Obedience School, they just straight up ban it, but they have had the decks for longer. I think Yummy came out in like April, I believe, something like that. So, I mean, Obedience School was the best card in the deck. I don't think we need any more explanation on that. So it's fair that they banned it. I mean, technically, arguably weaker into Maxi, but Ouroboros is a card that, while it's broken, it wasn't actually seen play in the OCG like that, because Ryzo hasn't really been that relevant. Maybe it's like a preemptive hit for like they're expecting Mitsu Ryzo to pop off, but Ryzo hasn't really seen play in quite a while, quite a few months. So a little bit surprised they hit it, but their OCG is also just about to get Mitsu Ryzo, or Mitsurugi, so maybe they're worried about that. But I mean, nobody's going to complain about Ouroboros being banned. It's a degenerate card, so unless Eclipse Twins be able to loop it and like plug in be able to loop it, it's yeah. Moving on to the limits. So as you see here, limit Raven, limit Arclight, very similar to the TCG list. Arclight, it's a card that I would prefer to be banned, but you could argue that might be too hard of a hit versus the deck. But I think Arclight is a card that definitely deserves being banned. But the OCG also hasn't banned certain other cards yet, like Savage and Baron, so... But yeah, I digress. Raven, I mean, Raven's, it feels weird to hit the Vanquish deck. Like, how do you hit the deck, right? Because, like, it's so hard to hit the deck without just, like, crippling it severely, but I think Raven is a solid hit. It limits the deck in a few ways. Inconsistency, like, longevity, like, grind game, so I think it's a solid hit. And the next hits were Yokol and Ketsu. So this is different than the TCG. Yokol is also a hit to the Vanquish K9 deck. It's in the OCG, not everyone was playing like 3, or in the TCG, not everyone was playing 3 Yokol, but in the OCG, everybody was. Well, also to be fair, the OCG has Noroi. So like post Noroi, I'm sure everybody in the TCG would have been on 3 Yokol and Vanquish Soul, but even me who posted like the extra build like early on in the format. Just because like Yokol with Noroi is that actually like gets you to yugioh, which is basically a starter. But they're hitting the Yokol, which, I mean, it's fair, it's understandable. Yokol summon a 5 is super, super threatening. It's like if you interact with the Yokol, even though it uses 2 cards, if you interact with the Yokol, they just go Ripper, and Ripper is also a monster negate. But it feels like you don't actually get value off stopping the Yokol. Because if you stop Yokol, like they still can do, all the cards kind of search the same cards for in a sense, right? So it feels super, super punishing. So I'm down for them to limit the Yokol. Ketsu, Dragon Tail wasn't seeing much play, but also like if you hit Yummy, you hit Vanquish Soul, then Dragon Tail's gonna see more play. So I'm fine. I like the Ketsu hit. Ketsu, I mean, obviously it's a super strong card. It hits consistency. It actually hits the grind game quite a bit. Now you have to specifically resolve a trap card to put back the Ketsu to actually get the second one. So I'm down for that hit as well. And then another limit is Eclipse Wyvern. So Eclipse Wyvern, I'm pretty sure was banned. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was banned. So going to 1, yeah, obviously it was banned. But going to 1, it's kind of cool. They have the Dragon set coming out, Burst Protocol, somewhat soon. So maybe it'll see play with that. I think the main way to utilize Eclipse Wyvern in modern Yu-Gi-Oh would be like the Dragon Rulers. I think it has a lot of potential with that. I know Dark Matter just got reprinted in the TCG, and people are like, "Oh, Dark Matter's coming back." Didn't end up coming back. Dark Matter would be pretty good with this card, but it'd be like that sometimes. But Eclipse Wyvern, I don't think it'll see meta play, but not all the cards from the Burst Protocol set have been revealed yet, so maybe it ends up seeing like some sort of play. I don't know. Moving on to the semi-limits, so Snatchy and Azuna. Azuna semi-limit. I mean, Azuna semi-limit feels weird. I'm not gonna lie. With Vanquish Soul getting hit a bit, the deck sees a lot less play. I'm not actually sure people would even play 3 Azuna. Like, for example, in current Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm playing 2 Azuna in my K9 decks. I feel like that might have been the case, might be the case post-Banlist in OCG2, so semi-limited Azuna, I don't really think does much, but, I mean, the card probably deserves to be at 1, because I think it's a little bit too good as a hand trap, even though it's not good against every deck. When it is good, I think it's really, really good, and it does more than a hand trap should do. Hand trap shouldn't be giving you, like, a really good form of disruption, plus, like, the body, plus, like, Lupus in the grind game. I think that's too much, so even though it's not good against every deck, when it is good, it's really good. Snatchy semi-limit. Snatchy semi-limit is chill. I think forcing players to be a little bit more cautious with their resources. Limit might be too much. Probably would be too much. So I like the semi-limit, even though it feels like it doesn't really. Even though it feels like, oh, it's a semi-limit, I think it actually does, because the deck does use all 3 snatchies. I think it actually does matter. And then another semi-limit is Kaiman. So Kaiman was actually at. It was at 3 in the OCG. The OCG, their hits to Tenpai were just. They had Chandra at 1 and they had Kaiman at 3. Tenpai was not really seeing much play, but they moved it to 2, which is weird. I mean, look, I'm not complaining necessarily, but it's like, why now? Maybe they were expecting Tenpai to pop off post like these hits. I don't know, but I don't think. Maybe it's a preemptive hit. Maybe it's a preemptive hit like the Ouroboros, which, I mean, I'm not complaining. I think the OCG is popping off on that, so sure. Next off for other semi-limits, Astrograph Sorcerer going to 2, sure. Card is not that great. OCG does have Electromite, but Pendulum is a bit too weak. Baldrake going to 2. So in the OCG, like a year or two ago, like a couple years ago, the Bystials were hit like hard, like a lot harder than the TCG, because there's like this, I forget the deck. It's been a while. It's like a Chaos Thriller deck that was using Bystials, and there's a couple different versions. There's one version with Sprite cards. The point is, like, there was a OCG deck that was never really a thing with TCG. Bystials got hit for it. Baldrake's coming to 2 now. I think Baldrake can be at multiple. I think it's fine. Well, arguably it's like too good of a hand trap, but this format it's fine. You arguably, I don't know. It's with other cards. I put bodies on board. I feel like Baldrake's maybe a little bit too strong, but it's whatever. Moving on to other semi-limits, so we have Emergency, the Rescue Ace card, because Rescue Ace is part of the, like, one of those, like, starter deck type stuff, so going to 2, I guess. Sure, the Rescue Ace is fine. The OCG still has Original Sin from Spoils, so the Rescue Ace is better. Keep that in mind. And then Planet, going to 2. OCG still has the Rise Heart, by the way, but the OCG also has Fenrir banned. Like, Fenrir is just straight up banned. So, they have Unicorn at 1, Fenrir banned, like, because so in the TCG we just banned the Rise Heart. In the OCG we banned the Rise Heart Diabolos. In the OCG they didn't ban the Rise Heart. They banned Fenrir. They limited Planet and they limited Unicorn. So their pure cashier deck was unplayable. So I think Planet's fine. Like you can't. It's not even like really splashable that much. Yeah, sure, whatever. Like Fenrir's still banned. Moving on to the cards that are going to 3. Griffin. This card was hit before, which sure it didn't really make much sense, but whatever. Jet, Sprite, sure, sprites are bad. They're outdated. Nightmare Goblin, it got banned previously, so it's been unbanned. Now it's going to 3. Which is chill. I think the way decks function right now and how much they can do with one card kind of makes like Goblin a bit outdated. So yeah, I don't think this card is like a problem necessarily in modern Yu-Gi-Oh. And then E-Telly going to 3, sure. Half the time it feels like when I've been deck building in the OCG deck, it's like, do I even want to play 3 E-Telly? Like it plays into like Max C, I don't know. But also plays around Max C, because if you go like effect summon like if something else and they chain Max C, you can chain E-Telly. And then Mass Change finally going to 3. Its card has been hit for a long time. It's completely fine. But yeah, that's it for the OCG ban list. In terms of what we might expect over here in the TCG, maybe Snatchy getting hit next ban list. Maybe like I don't know. I don't think Yoko will get hit because K9 cards aren't really seeing much play. But yeah, or Boros is the card that probably should be banned over here, but it's not going to just because like Rizal is kind of teetered out now. But yeah. Outside of that, maybe I don't think they hit a Zune either. Maybe just Snatchy. I'm not gonna cap. I can see Arclight ban. Which I think Arclight ban would be crazy, like crazy good. They should definitely do that. But yeah, anyway, that's it for my OCG ban list discussion, or not even the discussion, just like looking at it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, if any of you guys follow the OCG, let me know in the comments what you think they should have done instead. There's some interesting hits, man. I'm surprised they hit Kaiman. The deck was barely seeing play, but I mean, sure, whatever. But yeah, anywho, hope you guys have a wonderful day and take care. Peace. Oh, side note, I just want to say Maliss did not get hit in this ban list, which is crazy. Even though Maliss wasn't seeing a ton of play, it was like a rogue deck in the OCG. Maliss has hit. Like, one sec. I'm clearing my DB. Okay, Maliss has hit in the OCG. They legit. It's just Dormouse to 1. They still have Link Decoder. They still have Link Decoder. Oh my god. They still have Link Decoder. They still have the Splash Mage. Because in the OCG, when Maliss was hit, it was Dormouse to 1. And then Allure to 1, which is like sure. And then Gold Sark to 1. Because Gold Sark was at 2. Like, but Maliss, I'm telling you, is still an insanely strong deck. I think it's just underrepresented. But Maliss is still crazy strong. Also, OCG players are deck building Maliss support, in my opinion. Like, you're still playing all 3 traps, which you don't need that when you have Link Dakota Splash Mage. But yeah, anywho. Hate Maliss.